Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
The Estadio Universitario, one of Mexico's leading venues since the 1960s, which has featured so heavily in competitions international, intercontinental, but it is primarily the home of Tigres. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, at least on the face of it, Peter, there's very little at stake in this.
But, Jim,
Well, it still gives ample opportunity for some fringe players to make their case. So I'm inclined towards something that's still high in intensity, in conviction, in tempo even. And that's not a bad thing.
We are just getting started. He's beaten the last man. Shoots!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. And I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Brandt. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, this man, João Cancelo, is going to add so much more dynamism to his side, and he's the type of player who does well in a flowing system, in a flowing team. I like it when he moves centrally and makes...
Real chance! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Borussia Dortmund have penetrated for the first time.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Now that's a fine challenge. Brandt, a probing pass. Well read, nice interception. And it's Olmo. Look at the space. Lewandowski! And a neat finish. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Barcelona restore parity.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
And a chance! Oh, it's hit the post! And that was struck with genuine force.
Dani Olmo clearly feels he did everything right there. He really wasn't that far away.
And now they can spring out of defence. Bellingham. Dani Olmo. Spread it left. Fermin providing an outlet on that flank. Anton did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, super! Oh, shooting chance! Crossbar comes to the rescue.
Se van a jugar 2 minutos de compensación.
Koundé and Barchi. Now it's Girassi. And it's Brandt. Girassi takes a shot! Big moment! Massive goal! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
And that is indeed the final act. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. Caution certainly not on the agenda here, from both sides.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Borussia Dortmund are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here. And so the action is resumed. Sabitzer. Now it's Girassi. Martin. Koundé. And it's Olmo. Now it's Lewandowski. That's a good ball out wide. It's a promising position. Bayer. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Lopez. Takes aim and crosses.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Badji. And he's managed to get free. That's a lovely, neat pass. Picked out brilliantly. And the finish! And no mistake. They've done it again! It is incredible!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
There was to be only one outcome.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
So again, we have parity.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Bayer. Shot a goal! And no! He had to, and yet he could not.
Oh, unlucky. There's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Bensebaini scooting forward. Now it's Girassi.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Now it's Ferran Torres. So that means another 30 minutes football. So, Jim, any strong opinions after all of that?
Well, I think many on that pitch were ready for the final whistle to come, so let's hope that there's still plenty of energy about.
So a battle of endeavour, enterprise, and now endurance. And if you're just back, well, the action is back underway already. Borussia Dortmund conceded an equaliser late on. Now they have... Oh, he's having a go! Another one of football's and how moments. Koundé. Now who's going to be first to this? Now that's well seen too. Ferran Torres. And they can counter here. Ball played for Rashford. Sabitzer kept his eye on it, and he's there. Can he get on the end of this? Bellingham. Girassi is onto this. So that was it, the first period of extra time. Well, no question, the will exists to try and win it, but limbs are tired, options are depleted, and time now is short. Well, we are already up and running again. It has been a slugfest. Significant blows landed, but still no knockout. Now, can they get him away? And he's there to clear it. Barcelona needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And it's made its way to him. Bayer. Pedri gets a foot in here.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And he shoots! And that is the end to 2 hours of action. So after all of that, what can we say?
I can only applaud the sheer doggedness and tenacity on show in watching both teams refusing to lose. I mean, they both ran their socks off.
Players then beyond the point of exhaustion, but there is still one final act to come. Girassi to go first. And he does it with poise.
Well, so far, so good, Peter.
Lewandowski is looking to do his bit. 1-1. A swift riposte. Bensebaini, second to go.
Credit to him. You really need courage to do that in these circumstances as well.
So on to the second man. Made it look easy.
Looks like he's done it 1,000 times. Never looked like missing.
We're on to number 3 here. Oh, quite remarkable miss.
Oh, I feel for him.
Rafinha is third in line. That's a brilliant read. Wow, talk about coming up with the goods.
Well, Peter, I think he did well to hold his nerve then. Probably gave him that important edge.
Big character, big moment, big save. Ferran Torres is the fourth man to step up. No, denied remarkably.
Well, I think he had the measure of that all the way, Peter, and he is pumped.
Brandt with the last of the first 5 penalties.
You need a very strong mind in those situations. Any penalty that goes in is a good one. He just has to trust his instincts and pick the right spot.
And stuck away with ice in his veins. It's 3 each. So both teams effectively 1 kick away from the precipice. Oh, great save! That is a great save!
Everyone here are holding their breath.
And that will do it!
Well, that's just wonderful, Peter. The pressure was on, but that's just superb mentality. The mindset did stay strong.
So it all ends in heartbreak, all the effort, all the exertion, all the exhaustion, and it counts for nothing. Well, ultimately it came down to penalties. Any thoughts, Jim, having seen what you have?
It's a tough one to take, Peter. The players will be feeling like the better side lost, and to some extent that's true. I don't think they did an awful lot wrong, and that's probably what the boss is saying to them right now.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.